Morning everybody, nice and early here, and I'm on my way to my first ever track day at Mondello Park here in Ireland. I've got my Aprilia RS660 in its horse box in tow behind me here. Well, I hope it's still behind me. And let you into a little secret, I've never actually done a track day, even though I've been riding motorbikes for 30 years, never been on track, so I'm a little bit nervous. Well, maybe even more than a little bit nervous. So join me after the sting, find out what happens. Okay, I'm here, and there's loads of other people here as well. Looks like a great day for it. And guess what I've spotted just pulling up alongside me here. Now, this man is John. I've never met him before. This is actually my first time meeting him, but it's his fault that we're both here. John, take the helmet off. Lovely to see you, buddy. John is a subscriber to this channel, and he contacted me through the channel and said, Dave, I know we've never met, but he says, I know we live in the same country as well. I have a great idea, he says.
Oh yes, that was it. And I suggested that we do a track day because we have the ideal bikes for it. And I had never done one before, and I thought if Dave hadn't done one, well, we could do it together. And
so the story goes. Right, let's get the gear ready and get a coffee into us as well. It's a bit nippy. God, the place is heaving. Have a little look. And there's loads of professional looking vans and trailers and logoed and everything like that, and I turn up with me horse box. There's boys in the garages here knocking their bikes with hammers and pliers and adjusting suspension and everything, so I'm going to suggest to my friend John there that we bring a hammer the next time, just to sort of look as though we know what we're doing. Right folks, it's time. Gloves on. I'm really nervous here. But we've been to the briefing. The track should be dried out a little bit now. And see how we get on. God almighty. I should put my visor down anyway, and sunshades on. Very, very sunny. Alright, John. My buddy John is up front. Gorgeous day here, actually. And track looks as though it's dried out lovely since we went into the safety briefing. Still doesn't help the nerves. I'll be honest with you. So my first ever track day, my first ever time out on the RS660, racing, well, not racing, riding around with other people. I'm not going to be racing. I don't care if I'm the slowest person on the track. I'll try and talk to you best I can on the way around, but forgive me if I go silent, because obviously I've other things to concentrate on as well. Everything looks as it should. We were told, to be honest, we weren't allowed any cameras on the helmet, which is why I've got a bit of a different configuration here today. I've got the camera, as you can see, on the bike looking back at me. It's fair enough. Got a couple of other cameras on the bike as well, of course. Okay, here we go, we're off. I feel like Valentino Rossi. I wonder how those boys feel when they head off. I'd love to know if they felt as nervous as I am now. Okay, we're being waved on. Here we go. Oh, I'm being stopped. There's a few absolutely gorgeous bikes here. And we're off. First thing you might notice is that I've had to tuck the mirrors in, which is a shame because obviously I can't see who's coming up behind me. Track is nice and dry, which is great because it's rained torrentially here for the last 48 hours in Ireland, which I was a little bit worried about, knowing that I was coming to this today. Okay, this is my first straight. I'm doing 104 kilometers per hour there, which felt really slow. I'm following the line of a guy in front of me who's wearing a yellow bib. He looks like a sort of instructor type. But anyway, even if he's not, it looks as though he knows what he's doing, so I'll follow his lines. Now I'm looking on the other side of the track over there, and there's loads of bikes coming up behind me. That's going to be a bit weird. Everybody passing me out. Oh wow, settling into this actually. It's really nice. Speed shouldn't be a thing, well, not unless I'm racing of course, but I'm not. I'm just getting the hang of this. I'm touching 120 kilometers per hour just on the straights there. I'm using the quick shifter, which is gorgeous on this bike anyway. Okay, stop getting cocky, Dave. The yellow flag is up there. Nice brakes on this bike, of course. Great for your confidence. I'm using the blipper to change down gears as well. I joked with my friend John before. I said, I'm not here to break any speed records, says I. I said, I'm just going to stick my bike into cruise control and enjoy the ride, enjoy the scenery. But it's one of those things when you're on a racetrack. I wonder how much is actually down to adrenaline driving you on, you know, motivating you to go faster and quicker, because I can certainly see what the bug is here. Oh God, I can't believe I'm actually doing this. It's weird because when you're on such a flat area, flat road, I nearly got caught out with that last bend, I'll be honest with you. I didn't see it at all. In fact, if it wasn't for the rider in front of me, I might have, and here's the big long straight here. Got to give it some socks on this. Oh, wow. Did I win the race? Feels as though I did. That was beautiful. And that's the first time I've really opened up the bike there. I touched 142 kilometers on the straight. Stop it, Dave, I'm not here to break any lap times. The bike is just reacting fabulous. Steady, Dave. Yeah, I'm getting too confident too quick. That's largely due to the bike. Don't know how I feel about people overtaking me. It's not good. You're supposed to keep 8 feet from anybody with an orange jacket on. I'm obviously one of them. I have to say I've had a little wander around the garages. God, there's a really strange feeling when this bike's literally roaring past you. And for the first couple of minutes there, I thought I was the quickest on the track. It's really great feeling, this. If you could see my face now. Oh, I'm even conscious of kneeling it over a little bit more on every bend now. I'm loving this. Oh, nearly caught out there. And again, that was one of those moments where I couldn't see the corner. I can hear motorbikes behind me, coming up behind me. know you, John.
Good. How are you doing?
How was that for you?
It was scary.
The back end kept going on my bike.
Yeah, and that happened to me. I just came in.
Yeah.
I nearly pulled myself over here.
You know, where did it happen to you?
Here by the...
Yeah, it kept happening to me there.
Did it?
3 times it happened. As soon as I turned on the gas to get out of that corner, the back end was gone. Like, thanks to the electronics on this bike, it corrected it. But Jesus, I don't know if it's to do with the tyre pressures or if the track's just too wet, the tyres aren't warm, if there's something on the track, I don't know. I'm not blaming me tools, you know what I mean, but there's something wrong.
It's really easy out there. But you kept going.
Did you?
No, I came in.
Oh, did you? Nice long queue of orange coats anyway, which is good. Visor down, sunshade down. I hope you can hear me alright. There's a huge roar going on around me. So we're getting a marshal going out with each small group here. Marshal's obviously in the yellow coats, and off we go. Quick look over the shoulder. Now this is the first session back after lunch, so my tyres will be cold again, so I'm just going to take it easy a little bit. I don't mind if I drop behind until the tyres are a little bit warmer, a little bit stickier. That's my excuse anyway. It's lovely coming out on the track, which is totally dry now. I feel as though I know the track as well. I know where the double bends are, and can't help but thinking I'm on a great bike for my first experience on a track, because the auto blipper is just so much easier than having to change gear with a clutch, the conventional one. I was wondering what's flapping around on my back, but I think it's the orange bib. I am full of adrenaline. This is mighty crack. I love it. You can totally see the addiction. Now the other thing I'm noticing is that just before lunch there, I took this to a chap who was offering his services setting up suspension on everybody's bike. I think he's a sort of permanent fixture here at the racetrack. But by God, he knew by looking at my bike what needed to be done. He then weighed me and did all sorts of wizardry and wonderful stuff to the bike, and I can tell a huge difference already. Even the line that's following around corners, it's leaning into corners so much more, but actually one thing which is even more noticeable than that is that it's coming out of corners in a straight line. It's really tight. It's beautiful. And I've noticed that I'm keeping up with the majority of everybody in front of me as well. I'm not last as I was this morning. Not that that matters. It's all about the experience. What is great though is that I can see where the bends are now, because there are bikes just in front of me. Here's this straight. nice feeling. I really don't want to be the one who everybody's behind wondering when will he get out the way so we can pass, because he's all over the place. I nearly lost my way there. Well, what a fabulous experience. Really is incredible. I'm not sure at what stage your nerves go, but I suspect even Valentino Rossi has nerves before he goes out on the track. And I suppose it's always good to have some nerves, keeps you on your toes. What a gorgeous day, what an incredible day out. Just noticed a photographer on the corner there. I'd love to see some photographs, just to see how far I'm leaning over on the corners, if nothing else. How'd you get on?
Oh, that was much better.
Yeah.
Much better.
Brilliant. Confidence up?
Yeah, a little, yeah, much more confident.
Yeah.
A couple of shiny bits on the track, and it's hard to trust that they're dry, but they're dry. It's just a matter of trusting it.
Great. Likewise as well.
How did you get on?
I enjoyed it. Absolutely brilliant, yeah. I think it'll be more telling on my next time out.
Right.
But the confidence is definitely there. I've lost one of my ear pod things as well, my ear mufflers. I've only got the one, so probably rattling around my helmet somewhere. So. Anyway, we'll do it again.
Great. After lunch? Yeah.
You're on. That's the spirit.
Right.
Now I'm following one of the marshals here, and he's indicating the lines that should be taken, and already the improvement coming out of the corners and everything is great. Unfortunately, this is my last time around the track today. Typical. I wish I'd had him this morning. He's telling me to ease off on the gas now. And then he's cutting into the corner. He's got great hand signals behind his back here. Wow, the bike's right over there. Turn on the gas. Fantastic down the line. Telling me to slow down. Coming into this bend. And now this is the time he says cut across the corner. Wow, the difference is unbelievable following. Now he's telling me to keep watching him, what he's doing now. Cutting across that corner. I wish you could see him, folks. Sorry, I was told to take the camera off the bike, the 360 camera, which was the angle looking forward. They weren't happy at all about that being on the bike, so fair enough. Now I'm just concentrating, following the marshal in front, telling me to slow down and cut in on the corner now. Wow, the bike's right over, it's lovely. He's just giving me a thumbs up. And the checkered flag is out. Will it be Dave Perry across the finishing line? Well, in my mind, I just won that. Thanks a million, folks, for tuning in. What a day out that was. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Great crack all together. as they say here in Ireland. Now, where do I go to pick up my trophy? Thanks for tuning in, folks. See you next time. Over and out.